So we started with a brainstorming on what are those opportunities which Vidarbha should explore for a rapid economic development. Mihan was one of the first ideas that came to Ved. And luckily for us, Nitin Gadkari had become the guardian minister around that time, 95, 96. So we told him this, he took it up and it snowballed. It is what it is.
What is
So Ved basically is for economic development of Vidarbha, exploring all possible opportunities and pursuing certain key thrust areas. So what do? We study the opportunity. Then we look at the universal, worldwide, what is being done. I mean, supposing I had coal mines in my country and I was the, how many things can I do with it? What are the, so wherever policy intervention is needed, we lobby with the government. That you need to kind of, change these policies. They are obstructing the development of this. The other thing is try and attract investments in those sectors and create more jobs. So Vidarbha, as we know, even today, industrially, we are still backward.
Very backward.
Services sector, we are okay. I mean, coping up slightly. So all those things, and then we explored IT. So for me, it has been an extremely stimulating experience. All these years of Ved, I was 4 years secretary. Then I took over as president, and 12 years there was nobody ready to become the president. So I continued for 12 years and all, but it was very enriching. Where do I get an opportunity to know about oranges, cotton, Vaigaon Haldi, Bhivapur Mirchi, mining, and all these sectors, so we got to study them, new knowledge, new information, meeting people who were experts in these areas. So it has been fantastic. And even today, our current president is Reena Sinha, and she's doing a very good job.
I'll just pick your brain a little bit. So that's a fantastic concept that what you all are doing. But I want to discuss why is the pace of development so slow? Is it because of the bureaucracy? I mean, I remember Mihan was conceived it was conceived way early, but the pace of growth has been very slow.
Yeah.
Why is that happening, sir?
See, I tell you what, Mihan was going on full steam, and then our own leaders, our own politicians, I won't name them,
Sure.
but for selfish interests,
Okay.
they put spokes in the whole thing. The airport was supposed to have been transferred, it was not transferred. So we filed a PIL in the courts, asking the government to live to its commitment and transfer the airport. The PIL dragged on for 5 years. Simultaneously, Lehman Brothers happened and the economy got stuck. The other thing is, the government of Maharashtra, after Vilasrao Deshmukh, for years together, they had a person who was semi-interested as the CMD of managing director of MADC, which is the parent company for Mihan. And also he would sit in Mumbai. The project is in Nagpur. The people who were involved in the marketing weren't. So a lot of, I would say the reason, one is our own people. You remember that women tonsuring their heads and, in protest, our land is going and all. I went and met them and they said they bhuke mar rahe and all that. I got Shastri Agarbatti people to come and give those women, Agarbatti rolling things so they won't go hungry. Would you believe it was all bogus? It was just a stance to create hype, and it went into world papers. That land is being acquired and poor farmers are going to be deprived because of the project. And
That's
also,
so wrong.
very, very bad. Politicians, local people and bureaucracy. All the three are responsible square. And it pains, my heart pains when I see that Mihan, which it should have been 20 years ago, a vibrant economic activity, is still not.
I mean, what I have seen is after the inception of AIMS and IIM, there is a little bit of movement that is happening. But
But basically, you see, the whole idea was Mihan should be able to attract world-class industries,
exactly,
manufacturing.
what was promised was not delivered. Right.
And because of all this negativity, some politicians bought lands only to make money by giving it to the government at a very high rate.
That everybody does, everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, but here the politicians were in power also. Na? So they thwarted.
But then now we are talking about developing Hingna and that side of the city. Are we going to see the same thing happening there as well, or let's hope for the best?
It's very difficult to say because, there again, whose stake is involved. who are the people behind it, and all. It all depends on that. But if Mr. R.C. Sinha, who was the founding managing director, if he was given a free hand without politicians pressurizing him for personal gains, for another 5 years, Mihan would have been a totally different story. मेरे को तो दिल से ये लगता है.
क्या बात है. Let's talk about Vidarbha 2030 as the Ved's vision. Please explain it.
You see, the vision is that, number one, what is our priority? That we should
Development.
create jobs.
Yeah.
Our engineers are still going out.
The brain drain is happening from Nagpur. Yeah.
And they have their families here. Their quality of life here is much better if they get a good job in Nagpur. So that is the first objective of it. Now, for doing that, we are looking at several sectors which have the potential to generate this kind of employment. So that whole vision is around this. I mean, when you say I have a vision, what is my vision for economic development? My boys, my girls who are educated here, who have their parents living here, should not be forced to migrate because jobs are not available.
Very true.
Yeah. So that is our basic objective.
I mean, I had Mrs. Reena Sinha on the podcast here, and she discussed that they want to talk to people around the Vidarbha. Like, if some region can provide nice metals, we'll talk about setting up manufacturing units about metals. If there is a good cloth industry somewhere, we'll just see if what we can do to accelerate it. That is what the plan is.
Value addition in mining.
Yeah.
I mean, taking out minerals and sending them out is not the answer.
No.
Getting the minerals out and processing them here so that industry is based on that and create jobs.
But I think there is some change happening. I mean,
Oh yes.
I see a lot of people, earlier a lot of people from Nagpur used to go to Pune, Bombay, Hyderabad, Bangalore. But now I'm thinking Nagpur is attracting आसपास का region का, like Bandara, Hingan Ghat, all those areas. Now those students are coming to Nagpur for at least education.
In the recent times, we have seen announcements at least of big industries coming.
Yeah.
The moment that comes in, the ancillaries will develop. I remember, Samir, years ago when there was a strike at Telco in Bihar, Jamshedpur, Mr. Subant Mulgaonkar, who was the chairman then, he decided to have a plant in Pimpri, Pune. And Telco shifted to Pimpri and the whole economy of that area transformed because the number of ancillary units that came and technocrats set up their small industries, which were ancillaries to these main business. So such was our expectation of Mihan. We thought Mihan will do that magic.
Yeah.
And because of the good industries that we attract here, we will be able to create multiple ancillary units and all that.
I was in
Khair, wo
Pune.
bus miss ho gayi, but I'm sure something will happen.
Yeah.